Okay.
Tell everybody your name.
I'm Jeff Potter with ShoreTel. Thanks for having us today.
You bet. So one of the really cool things that I got out of today was the ability to transition that mobile conference call or that call from your ShoreTel system to your mobile phone on that Wi-Fi calling system, and then you guys handle the back end.
Right.
That was really cool.
Yeah, and the key to that, I didn't touch on it today, is that is a solution that works with anybody's PBX. We think it works better with ours, but it doesn't have to be.
Right.
So you can have any of our competitors, and you can still start that call on your desktop phone, move it to your cell, walk around, get in your car, drive away, come back, and it's all right there, and it's still an on PBX phone system call. So that's something we do that's very unique.
And managing that back-end service how you did was pretty amazing. I mean, it reminded me a lot of kind of like the Azures and the the back-end management system, so you can see what's running, how it's running. You can assign those mobile phone numbers, the voicemail, all of that stuff. It doesn't have to be on-prem. And that's what was really interesting to me, is the ability for that to be flexible and dynamic instead of so static.
We're actually, with the mobility piece we've been talking about, we're launching something called ShoreTel Connect, and that actually is becoming a subscriber service. So a company can actually get ShoreTel mobility, and they can pay a per person per month charge and have the mobility functionality I just explained. And then if they want to turn it off or turn it back on at some point, they can do that. So we're doing those subscription type services to where it can sit in the cloud and work with their local PBX.
Right, right. Easy setup, easy manage, easy all the way through. So
brilliantly simple. That's our tagline.
Brilliantly simple.
And that sounds good and it's great marketing, but it's a lot of pressure to keep it that way too. And our engineers work really hard. I mean, I can tell you there's a lot of stuff going on in the background, but to the customer, it's the analogy I use is it's like a duck, right?
Right.
The feet are going like crazy in the water, but the duck looks pretty cool on top. Barely moving. Yeah,
barely
exactly.
Moving. And the other thing too was the highway scenario where you were talking about adding the different modules to continue to increase traffic.
Right.
That ability to be dynamic is another really good setup, and to have partners too, and not just kind of your one-stop shop, but the partners that you work with kind of handle some of that workload. And that was really interesting as well, because sometimes when you have to buy those extra modules, they can be extremely expensive. But if you guys, you have a really nice, what looked to me like a solid model to come in and say, here's a module, we can just add more, boom, done. And we can handle all the back end stuff. So that was really cool seeing that. And I could actually see that working with if a business wanted to go in and knock out a project in one area and then get out. I could see that as a pretty quick way.
And that's generally how we get customers. We'll get a division, a department or whatever, and then we're kind of like Roundup. Once we get in there and they use our call control, it kind of just spreads.
Right.
But we'll get departments, and we'll interconnect with the voice system they have, and over time it just kind of grows out because, like you said, it's so easy. They're literally like Legos. You just put another block in, another block in, another block in, build a user, and you're done.
Right.
So it's very simple. It's a very simplistic architecture. But it's how you build your data network, right?
Right.
You don't go buy a brand new server and a brand new this and that every time you add a user. You buy another switch or plug them into the existing one, load the stuff on a PC and go.
Absolutely.
That's the same concept we have.
Yeah, and having the laptop, the ability to make those calls, transition those calls, listen to those calls. We were talking about WAV files. I kept wanting to say MP3. That's basically what it is. It's kind of like a back-end thing, but it's not complicated, and that's what was really nice to it. So how can people find out more about ShoreTel or more about you and all that kind of jazz?
So they can go to shoretel.com. If they're in the St. Louis area, they can contact me, Jeff Potter, jpotter@shoretel.com, or 408-900-1253. But they can reach back through us or through our partners like Carpel. But if you Google us and do that, they can find out a lot of information. And we do have our own YouTube channel, and there's tons of really great videos about our company, training, the different features, those types of things. So we're very much into social media. We have a Facebook page, all that kind of fun stuff. So, but if they're here local, they can certainly reach out to me, and I would more than welcome the opportunity to talk
with you. So thank you so much for talking with me today.
Thanks for having us.
Have a good day.